Hello everyone, my name is Jack and I have just finished watching She-Hulk Attorney at Law episode 1 and my thoughts are simple. It is cringe as hell. I mean, oh my god, this is bad. I'm very glad that it was only 30 minutes long, but in those 30 minutes it is just like front loaded cringe after cringe after cringe. I mean, right, straight off the bat, we all know about the CGI. The CGI does not look good. Right? Secondly, there are a lot of jokes, right? Jokes in quotation marks in this show. None of the jokes land at all. All of the jokes are bad. Like, literally, just all of them. None of them were funny. A lot of them were insulting. And, yeah, like, the most obvious one is the female empowerment moments. You know, like, just from the screen, right? You've got this one. So, for context, Hulk is trying to help She-Hulk in controlling her anger. And She-Hulk goes and says, you know, I've been controlling my anger for ages. You know, I'm good at controlling my anger, right? When I'm catcalled crossing the street, or when an incompetent man explains my own area of expertise to me, right? Now, that in itself is just like it's stupid. I mean, it's absolutely stupid, right? To think that that any of this is on the same level as like Hulk trying to control his anger. Oh yeah, well, you know, I'm a woman, so obviously I have to go and control myself, otherwise I will be seen as being emotional. If you are literally being emotional by a man explaining something to you, then yes, you are very, very emotional, right? Mansplaining doesn't exist, right? I know that you feminists out there, who some of them will look at my videos, I know that some of you feminists out there believe that mansplaining is a real thing and it's misogynistic. It's not a real thing, right? A man explaining something does not mean it's misogyny, right? A man can go and explain something, even if you are an expert in your own field. A man explaining something does not mean that he is being misogynistic, right? He's explaining. Some of the best minds in the world sometimes need a little helping hand, right? Doctors go and discuss topics on various different things, right? Some of them are some of the foremost minds on the subject, and they will still have a conversation with people who are not as qualified as them. It does not mean anything, but feminists have to try and make a mountain out of a molehill, and it's retarded. Rant over. But you know, this is just like this is just some of the cringe. So another thing is how does She-Hulk become She-Hulk? Well, she's driving along. She is driving, and she doesn't notice a spaceship slowly lowering down in front of her. Right? In fact, it's Bruce who actually notices the spaceship first, and he's the passenger. Right? She-Hulk doesn't notice a great big ship slowly landing, right? And she crashes the car. As a result of her crashing the car, Bruce gets blood onto She-Hulk, right? Also, She-Hulk goes and, gets Bruce out of the car, right? Because, she has to go and save Bruce because, women strong. And as a result of that, She-Hulk gets blood from Bruce into her system, right? And she starts to Hulk out. She then spends the next half an hour, or at least 20 minutes, berating Bruce any chance she can get, and blames him for becoming Hulk. And I just want to say, bitch, this is your fault. You were the one who was driving. You were the one who was not paying attention to the road. And you were the one who got the blood into you. It is your fault. Not Bruce's. Your fault that you did not pay attention. Again, rant over. Another thing which, needs to be said. She-Hulk is better than Hulk in every single way. I mean, I understand that they're trying to, compress, She-Hulk's abilities to make it much more manageable, for the character, and, kind of fast track it rather than Hulk. But firstly, Hulk never had that opportunity, right? And it took ages of slow progress for Hulk to get to the point in which he is now, whilst She-Hulk manages to do everything within possibly a week, a month, something like that. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell from how they actually do this. But let's say a month, right? Whilst Hulk, it took Hulk 15 years to actually manage his condition. 15 years, a month. Because women can obviously do it better than men. Another thing that needs to be said, She-Hulk doesn't have a dual personality. So, she doesn't have, the rage monster. She doesn't have that split personality that Bruce has, right? And that actually makes Bruce jealous, right? So they've literally, not only have they propped up She-Hulk, they have also brought Hulk down. They have literally made Hulk into a jealous, pathetic male, because of course they had to. I mean, why not? She-Hulk is able to do all of Hulk's abilities. Throw boulders, is flexible, is able to just do absolutely everything, including standing toe to toe with Hulk in a fight. Right now, this is Hulk, right? This is Hulk who has faced Thanos, right? I mean, sure, he's probably less strong than he was when he faced Thanos, but even so, right? Even so, She-Hulk goes toe to toe with him, and in many ways actually beats him. Right? I mean, sure, it ends in a draw, but in many of the scenes, in many of the actual fight scenes, She-Hulk is literally beating him. So yeah. Also, Hulk does his famous hand clap, that sends a sonic wave. She tries it once, fails, does it a second time, and then it works, and she just keeps on doing it and actually hurts Hulk. So yeah, even with a move like that, She-Hulk is able to just manage to do it almost perfectly on her second try and perfectly on her third try, or at least fourth try. So again, She-Hulk, she can just do anything because she's just that good. You know, oh yeah, there's also another really cringy line where Hulk is trying to say, you've got to manage your your base fears, which are anger and fear. Like the baseline, you've got to manage that because those are the emotions that trigger the Hulk, right? So anger and fear, and She-Hulk goes and says anger and fear is the baseline for any woman who exists. So yeah, that is a weird term of phrase to say that every single woman is angry and fearful in life. I know a few women, right? And yeah, they're not angry or fearful all the time, right? That is not the baseline for every single woman, right? So I don't know why that line is in this show. This line just really stuck with me because it just didn't sound right. It sounded weird, to be perfectly honest, especially when you're considering that this show is like really propping up women, but it's also saying like, oh, women are very emotional as well. I don't know. It's just a really weird line. One last thing to say, which I thought was quite funny as well. Hulk has a lab built, right? Hulk is in Mexico and has a lab built by Tony Stark during the blip. Right, Tony Stark builds a lab just for Hulk, right? To help again with his managing of his dual personality, and he talks about how he spent time with Tony Stark, building, or at least drinking on a beach in Mexico and all that. And I was just thinking to myself, yeah, Tony, he went out of his way and helped Hulk build a secret lab in Mexico. Why didn't he go and help fund Falcon? Have like a fund for Falcon or Falcon's family. As a result of the blip and all that. Why didn't like Tony Stark have that? And I was just thinking that because that was like an important point in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon doesn't have any money, and the banks won't lend black people money because black people poor, and all that kind of shit. And like I forget who actually asked Falcon about it, but someone asked, "Oh, what? Can't you just get money from Tony? Or didn't you get money from Tony being an Avenger. And Falcon just simply says it doesn't work like that. And now this implies, right, having literally Hulk having a lab built for him, it implies that Tony Stark didn't give Falcon money for a reason, right? Now, I don't know what that reason is, but considering the way that Phase 4 has gone, I'm just going to go and say that they are making Tony Stark a little bit racist. Because, he's just not given any money to Falcon or Falcon's family. Because Falcon, at this point, would have, during the blip, Falcon would have been dead. He would have been dust, So any money that Falcon had, or any money, that Tony could give to Falcon, should have gone to his family, or like if he had a wife, it would have gone to his wife, his kids. I don't think they ever say whether Falcon actually has whether Falcon's mum or dad are still alive. But the money would have gone to Falcon's sister, and since they're not mentioning, since the sister is not mentioning that she got money from Tony, that just implies that Tony Stark wouldn't give money to Falcon for some unknown reason. And the way that the MCU is, it just screams out that they're trying to make Tony Stark into a racist. Oh god, this show, this entire Phase 4 is just horrible. I mean, I don't know whether She-Hulk counts as Phase 4. I think it does. If it doesn't, I'm just going to say it does. But yeah, this show is bad. And I'm kind of looking forward to reviewing more of the episodes, because I think this is just going to get worse and worse. I'm going to try and simplify it a bit more, but I just feel like there's going to be more and more cringe. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing more of these episodes, leave a like, subscribe. If you want to say whether the show is good or whether you think my reviews are good, leave a comment. And if you think that I could do better, or you think that I'm just a shit content creator, then please leave a comment. I respect anyone's opinion, but I should warn you, if you do go and present your opinion, expect me to at least reply to it, because whether it be good or bad, I will try my best to reply to at least most of the comments. I think that's all I can say right now. So yeah, I'll see you around for I think House of Dragon. I'm gonna be reviewing that. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, leave a like, leave a sub, and see you around the next video. Bye guys.